What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Phil Shocker, the Nice Hedgehog here with our draft analysis for the Triple A's off seasons Insurgence League. Bas I'll get into that real quick, but first, before we get into this, like, comment, share, and subscribe on this video. Any likes, comments, and subscriptions you guys can offer is great support to the channel. And we recently kind of been getting back into the grind, again, back up to 41 to 42 subs. I know we lost one or two of them, and we're starting to get some back, which is really great. And thank you guys for over 4,000 views on the channel. It is insanely crazy to me that I have so many people that are supporting the channel and trying to get the videos and try to get my channel onto the algorithm, which really means a lot to me. So thank you all so much. That being said, let's get into this. So this is Triple AA. If you guys don't remember, I was in Keldeo Division where I did the mini movie. Did make playoffs and just had some fun with it. Then we competed in Lysander Cafe, which was the season 3 of Triple A. Excuse me, in their division, and that was our first experience with it, and we absolutely bombed and sucked in it. We had managed to pick up one or two wins, and then unfortunately, like 1, 2, 4 wins, depending on whatever it is. Had no chance of playoffs. We had a lot of fun though, and I actually was really picking up on the format, learning it down. But now this time we're actually involving Insurgence Pokemon, which I am so excited for. You guys don't know, Pokemon Insurgence is a ROM hack game that involves Delta Pokemon, which is basically kind of like Alolan forms and all that stuff, except these are possibly more broken. And what's really cool about this game is that we're going to be allowing the Insurgence abilities into the game. So stuff like whatever it is, um, trying to think. Like Amplifier now is going to be in this game. Is going to be in these matches, which is going to be crazy to think about because Amplifier is normally, I believe, only in Insurgents. I'm pretty sure. So the fact that we're going to be having Amplifier now with certain Pokemon is going to be incredibly scary. Like Amplifier Exploud is a problem. But with that being said, let's go ahead and just get into it. First off, before we get into this draft analysis, I want to give a massive shout out to the homeboy steering. He actually helped me draft kind of roughly the first half of this team, and then I draft the rest of the half by myself. But shout out to Steering for kind of helping me out with the first half of my draft and giving me some pointers and some things and stuff like that. He's always been doing his best to help me kind of get better in this type of format and to help me learn, the pros and cons to what mons can, what mons I can do here and there with. So massive shouts to Steering for not only letting us come back for the season for this off season, but also for really all the help he's been doing to try to get us into the format and try to be balanced and understanding with it. So with all the plugin and all the support out there, let's go ahead and just get into this, man. We were in like 7 pools. We got put in pool 2 with, unfortunately, we got the 4th pick, which was a mix of a good and bad. It wasn't like a terrible pick because I was able to get something pretty good for round 1, but the rest of the draft I kind of could fear being potentially sniped, which I didn't get sniped really often or really anything at all per se, except the one Pokemon, which I'm still salty about. No, we're gonna stop that. No yelling, no angry. So let's go ahead. So we picked number 4. I picked up a Dragonite, and excuse me, real quick, just to remind you all what AAA is. It is almost any ability. Basically, a Pokemon can run any ability in this game as long as it's legal. So, like for example, Dragonite has Inner Focus. What if I gave it this? What if I gave it Drizzle? What if I gave it Drizzle? I now have a Drizzle Dragonite that can have 100% accurate Hurricane in Rain. That's really, really crazy. But on to Dragonite as a Pokemon. Dragonite as a Pokemon in AAA is very destructive. There's things like Drizzle or Primordial Sea for Thunder and Hurricane spam. There is Life Orb Sheer Force sets that can really work out well. There is obviously like the Pixelate, Refrigerate, taking those normal stabs, even airily if need be, to take the normal stabs and just make them just broken offensive breaking moves, which is really good. Dragonite overall is just a very solid Pokemon. With this draft, I wanted to use Pokemon I haven't really used at all, and Pokemon I've never gotten to try. And just mons I think would be really fun to use in a format like this, to be creative and stuff. Because that's all the things, like that's all what this league really is all about, is to show your creativity and how to really be able to do well in them. So Went with Dragonite just because, again, Dragonite's one of the best, if not is argued to be one of, if not the best mon in AAA for what it can do in the format for its abilities and stuff. But I'm just excited to use Dragonite. I actually forgot to put nickname on Dragonite. Dragonite, I actually think I'm gonna name it Spyro because of you know, its name and all that. But going into round two, I wanted to go with a Pokemon I felt like would pair perfectly with this. And before I had told Styrian what I wanted, I asked his opinion on it too. And he actually agreed with me that this would be like the perfect mon to really pair with it. So I picked up Foundry, which, believe it or not, is actually an ability in Insurgence, where I think takes like the rock type moves and makes them into fire type moves, I think is what it is. But I just found that really funny that that was actually an ability. But we're going with Foundry or Heatran here. Heatran literally pairs perfectly from a defensive point with Dragonite. Dragonite, all of Dragonite's weaknesses are resisted by Heatran, and what Heatran is weak to, Dragonite resist, if not is like immune to them. So the pairing between these two is absolutely perfect. It also gives me a stealth rocker for this team, which is really nice as well. Just overall, I really liked what Heatran offered the team. It, again, is a Pokemon I don't usually draft, and you guys kind of send me to always talk about Heatran and how I don't like it, or how I don't think it's going to be good. The one time I kind of used Heatran in a league, I actually kind of had some fun with it, did some work, and then when I used it in LDL before when I actually traded Blacephalon away for it and picked it up, it actually was a pretty good mod, and it was actually pretty fun. So I think I kind of get the gist of Heatran, but I haven't, again, really used it at all. So I'm hoping to have some fun with this. Hoping to be a little more creative with Heatran. But overall, I'm really excited for this pairing. But the one I'm more excited is for my third pick, and I'm actually a little surprised this was able to make it to me in the third round, is Suicune. Now, you guys don't know, Suicune's just a bulky Pokemon. You're thinking to yourself, okay, in AAA, it can't be that good, right? You are dead wrong. What if I told you that in AAA, I could run Unaware Suicune. Or even worse, I could run Poison Heal Suicune with a Toxic Orb. So now you can't Toxic me, and I can literally just sit there with Protect and Calm Mind and just start spamming attacks and being a giant nuisance. I love Suicune. In a regular competitive formatting, I haven't gotten a chance to really use Suicune at all. So, and it's just been like years since I've actually tried using Suicune. So the fact that I have Suicune now again is gonna be really fun. I think in this format, I'm gonna be really creative with this Pokemon because I can really see a lot of abilities and some abilities and stuff like that I can use. So I'm so excited for Suicune. So excited for Suicune. So I'm hoping to have some fun with that. Going into my fourth pick, I really want to get some hazard removal. I also need to get some more speed. I'm really low in speed right here. But the boy is back. Regieleki's back. If you guys don't remember from Lysander Cafe on Season 3, I had Regieleki on my team. He actually was in the top 15 for Kill Leader. And was, I think, the overall MVP of the season, which is really great. But Regieleki's back. He's bringing back his refrigerate standards. But what you guys do not know is that there is an ability in Insurgence that makes a Regieleki 10 times more broken, if not almost as broken as getting Refrigerate. And that is the ability, I can hopefully spell it right, Irrelevant. Now, you may be asking yourself, what in the world is irrelevant? Isn't it irrelevant? Ah, ha, ha. I know I'm terrible. What actually irrelevant is basically I click a move, and if this move is not very is like it doesn't affect it, that's gonna be wrong because now it makes it where it's neutral. So if I for some reason click Thunderbolt on a Garchomp, it's a resisted hit. I can hit ground types with Electric Stab with my Regieleki, now which means Regieleki officially now has no switch into the game unless you have Lightning Rod / Volt Absorb or Motor Drive, etc., etc., etc. But now Regieleki has no switch-ins. Like Seismitoad is not a switch-in because it's neutral with the electric, but super effective on the water. So now it makes it super effective. Water ground types are in fact impossible now to use against a team with having Regieleki. The only thing that's gonna be a struggle will be dragons and grasses, but once those are weakened down, Regieleki just literally gets KOs every single time. So I'm super excited to have Lecky back, and the fact that he's more broken than ever last time. Obviously, the refrigerate sets will still work if I really want to kind of pull off some cheeky throat spray sets. But I'm super excited to have Lecky back, and it's going to be a fun time. Picking up next is Shaman. We're going to name it after Amy Rose because there's only one female hedgehog really out there. But Shaman's actually really unique. I think there's stuff like Regenerator Shaman, Poison Heal Shaman, uh, Life Orb Sheer Force Shaman's actually not a bad set, which can actually prove to be really good offensively. I just think overall Shaman's really, really good. I think Shaman's one of those Pokemon that have not prepped correctly and used correctly. A lot of people are going to fall victim to Shaman's offensive prowess in this team. And overall, I'm super excited for it. I'm really hoping to have a good time. I kind of need to start building up some ground resist besides Suicune for my team, so there was that. Up next, we're going to get into the two Pokemon that are the only two Pokemon that are from the Delta version, aka Insurgence verse. And that first Pokemon is going to be Chica, our Delta Roserade, which the shiny for this looks absolutely amazing, by the way. We are going with Delta Roserade. Now, I'm going with Delta Roserade just for the fact that, one, it's one of my favorite Deltas out there. I definitely think it's one of the best. Really good breaker. Really need a dark type for this team. I also need to get a fairy type. Now, dark fairy is not really your best typings to go get, but overall, I really like the typing combinations. I like the fact that there's a base 90 speed tier, which is actually relatively nice. Overall, again, access to spikes is really great, and again, with any ability to really go with, it can really work in a lot of mysterious ways depending on what you do with it. But overall, I'm really excited to try Delta Roserade. Hopefully, maybe we'll have some fun with it this season. And who knows? Maybe we can pull out some surprise KOs if we're lucky. And to our second and last one, which freaking look at that shiny. That is so freaking awesome. We're rocking out with Reaper, the Mega Marowak. That is right. If you guys did not know, in Insurgents, certain Pokemon got Mega Evolutions, like some things like Crawdon got Mega Evolution. Sudowoodo, Miltank. Those two got like evolutions. And so did Marowak. And honestly, Marowak needed the evolution. He really, really did. And right now, I think Marowak is way more better now with having the Mega form. Gets access to Parental Bond, which if you guys don't know, Parental Bond means I can hit more than once on one turn. I can hit a maximum of 2 times. One for full damage, two for about slightly half, two if not a little less damage, possibly. But overall, I'm so excited for a little Mega Marowak. Now, with the way Mega abilities work, I can now run Intrepid Sword or Dauntless Shield on this. I can run pretty much about almost every other ability as long as it's legal. And then in Mega Evolve, and they get Prince of Bond, which is really good because the Megas will always still have their Mega ability no matter what. But overall, I'm excited for Mega Marowak. I think it's gonna be I think it might be honestly a slept-on pick if I'm not careful with it, man. I think it's going to be really, really good. And the fact that I have to bring 6 months every single week, there's good chances that more than likely I could fit Marowak on the team and be able to go from there. Super excited for this one. Up next, we got our boy Puffy here with pretty much mediocre stats. Really just grab this thing for a ground and poison. It also gives me access to spikes, and toxic spikes is really good. So now I'm kind of getting some hazard options for my team, which is really nice. But overall, kind of just drafted for that. I think as a secondary water, it's not the worst secondary water that I could ask for. It gives me another action. Give me another answer to fairy typing, which is really good. But just overall, I don't think it's like as strong, but it's still a good Pokemon to be honest with this. Next up, we have Meloetta. We're gonna name it after Uni. Uni is the person that runs the Fleetway Supersonic channel, and Uni is an amazing singer that Fleet gets to hear sing every single day. And Fleet, that fluff burrito, is a lucky individual to hear Uni sing. She is an absolutely amazing singer. If you've not checked out her channel, go check it out and definitely listen to her covers and songs. She's really talented. But Meloetta is one of those Pokemon I've never really gotten to use at all. If not, I only kind of somewhat used it once and never again. So I've never really used Meloetta at all. I'm super excited. Meloetta is actually, I think, a very interesting Pokemon. And believe it or not, its Delta forms are definitely ranked as some of the best forms in the game. One's a little higher than the other, but both are just generally just annoying mons. in this type of format, and just overall are just really good mons. Access to relics on for chance of sleep, and also really strong stab offensive prowess on this team. Overall, I just think it was really good. It didn't give me that 90 speed tier again, but I think with 90 speed tier, I can kind of just leave alone if I needed to. This thing's gonna be more like kind of a bulky offensive piece than it is for anything else. So super excited for Meloetta. I cannot wait to try Meloetta out and have some fun with it. Or maybe Crash and Burn. Who knows? And last but not least, we have Little Mac, the Hitmonchan. I won't go into too many details. You guys have seen me draft this one before and talk about it. But Rapid Spin and the Rapid Spinners, we have House Removal for that's good. I didn't really want this. I really, really, really wanted Delta Lopunny. But I kid you not, on the round I was going to pick it, the last pick in the draft, 2 to about 5 picks before me, one guy got skipped and it announced one of his makeup picks. And his makeup pick was Delta Lopunny. Then I was going to be like, hey, Max with Primate. And then I completely skipped the fact that someone had already drafted Primate 2 to 3 picks before me. And I couldn't draft Primate. So I was like, you know what? Okay, screw it. Just give me a fighting type. I'll go with, Hitmonchan's cool. We'll go with that. So literally just drafted it because of that. But we're going to name it Little Mac because, he's the color scheme of Little Mac. And literally he's in a fighting position with a box. He's literally Little Mac. Yeah, that's going to be the team, guys. Kind of went through it a little fast just because, again, for one, it's very early in the morning for me. I'm going to try to get some sleep. And two, overall, I just didn't feel like taking a lot of detail for it. I'm debating on whether or not I might do team builders or not. If you guys want to see like a few minute team builder video of the team and kind of go over the build and also what abilities I'm bringing in movesets and stuff like that, go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. And if so, I will do that. But if you don't, I'll just do what I normally do and just upload the battle and kind of maybe talk about some things. But yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. And until next time, guys.